Hello everyone, I'm Lulu, the RC chick from Toucan Hobby, and today we'll be comparing the LESU 945 hydraulic 3-arm excavator to the MTM 946 hydraulic 3-arm excavator. So now let's see what you would like best if you're thinking of getting a 3-arm excavator for yourself. So let's check out all the differences and what you can do with them. Now let's check out the exterior features on the 946. So over here, we do have this one painted in red and white. This is going to be the factory paint. We at Toucan Hobby cannot paint this for you, so it is done at the factory. However, for the 945 over here, we do get the kits from the LESU factory, so we do customize this color. So this red, white, and black color has all been customized at Toucan Hobby. And of course, you can get the kit for this one, but you cannot get the kit for the 946. There is no kit. Now for something more obvious, the size difference between the 945 over here and the 946 is going to be that the 946 is actually slightly larger in every aspect than our LESU 945 over here. As you can see, even the arm itself is larger, as well as this one just feels smaller. And I guess I'm gonna have to check the weight of this one to see if anything is affected by their size. And now coming over to the bucket. So for this one, the MTM 946, you're going to come with a manual quick release coupler right over here. All you have to do is flip this and you can remove the entire bucket. So this comes from the factory like this, but you can also upgrade this part to the quick release coupler, the automatic one, which is going to be an electric version of this one. That's because this one comes with a bunch of attachments already in the first package, around 3 different attachments that you can have. And then over here for our LESU 945, you do not get any quick release coupler. You have to unscrew these parts to then later get your hydraulic quick coupler installed on this one. So the bucket that comes with it is going to be actually slightly bigger than our MTM bucket over here. It can literally fit on the inside of the LESU bucket. And of course, for the buckets, you do have just a full metal bucket for the MTM, but for the LESU, you do have the copper teeth over here. They do love that, and it kind of looks really good. Now for the similarities, we do have 2 extra channels over here on the MTM, but on the LESU 945, you also do have extra 2 attachments right over here. But for this one, you do need some connectors to connect the attachment. However, for the MTM, it already has the connector, but for the LESU, you need to buy those. But for MTM, you don't need to buy the connectors. Now, coming over to the middle arm over here, you can see the piping on it is going to be slightly larger and, of course, left unpainted. Unlike for the 945 LESU, you see you can actually paint the piping, but it's really thin. It's much thinner than the 946 that's over here. And of course the 946 does also have the lights on the middle arm, but for the LESU 945 we do also have lights. So I think that's not much of a difference, only the size of the tubing on the arms. The 945 middle arm also has this hole right over here, which I think is so random. I guess it must be for the details, but if you guys know why this is here, you should let me know. But on the 946, we don't have that, as you can see. And for the middle arm as well, we do have the cylinder that controls it under over here. And of course, it is a larger looking cylinder for the middle arm on the 946. However, on the 945 over here, the cylinder is on the back instead of under. So it does also seem to look like a smaller cylinder. To be fair, it is a smaller, slightly smaller excavator than the 946. And of course, LESU makes the 945, but MTM does not make the 945 and vice versa. Now for the 946, right here under, you can actually see they do have springs around their tubing under here. However, on the 945, you don't get any of that, and it's actually pretty low. It almost touches the base. But for the 946, I guess they put in extra effort to lift them, and also you cannot touch the base, and the tubing is connected very protectively. And now for the cabins, let's talk about that. For the MTM 946 cabin, of course, we do have the windshield wiper, not mobile, as well as the adjustable side mirror over here. There is a light under there, as well as 2 lights on the top over here. For the 945, you're actually going to have the same thing. Your side mirror, however, cannot be adjusted on the 945. You do have your windshield wiper, also not mobile. You do have a light over here and 2 lights under there. Now on the top of the 946, straight from the factory, it comes with a rotating warning light over here, and of course another spotlight that shines at the back. We do have this plate over here that's, I guess, supposed to simulate a sunroof, but you cannot see through. But we do have this little screen over here that you can see through. Now for the 945, we do not have any lights on the top of it at all, but we do have a light system for this one, so you can control the lights. And I guess if you wanted to upgrade some lights, maybe we can do that for you. But as you can see over here, we do also have a sunroof that you can see all the way through to the cabin. Now for the 946 over here, inside the cabin, of course, we do have our seat and of course a working LCD screen. Now in the back, we also have our R12DS radio link receiver. So for the 945, also an openable cabin door. It also has a working LCD screen, a seat over here, but it also has the power switch right over here. So that's going to be our power switch. There is no receiver over here in the back. It's somewhere in the excavator, just not in the cabin. And over here on the side for the 946, we do have this openable door right over here. So when you open it up, you see an electric block as well as the power on and off switch. So the power switch is in here, but for the 945, it was in the cabin. Now on the side of the 945, once you open our door, it's not only one door, it's going to be two doors, and you can see all the electronics on this side of the 945, which you cannot see on the 946. So it gives you easier access. If anything breaks, you just go in there. And now let's check out the top of the 945 over here. So we do have two LED lights on each side. Our oil tank is going to be over here, easy to open just like that. Just unscrew, inject your oil, and it's done. We do also have a door over here, but it's one door, open up, and then two doors open up, and that's how you're going to get to our battery compartment. And of course, we do have two GPS lights in the back. The back over here, the counterweight does not open. And of course, our door over here does have a support stand that you can drop, fit it right over there. And now for the 946 on the top, there isn't that much detail. We do have a door that leads to, well, nothing apart from the pressure relief valve over here. Your hydraulic oil tank is going to be here. You do have to unscrew to just inject your hydraulic oil. And of course, you can see the brushless motor for the rotation on this one. And of course, coming over to the back, we do have this rear counterweight that you can actually remove because that's going to be your battery compartment. You have to unscrew these knobs over here and then remove the whole thing to access the battery. So which ones do you guys prefer, the 946 or the top of the 945? And now coming over to the right side of our excavators over here on the 946, there's really not much, no openable doors and nothing. You cannot open this. You need to unscrew at least 3 screws to get on the inside using this place right over here. But for the 945, you do have, of course, another openable door. So for the first one, you're going to be able to access your pressure valve as well as the cooler over here. And then another door over here. That's where you're going to see the oil level for your oil tank. Now coming over on this part, we do have a metal step, and then it goes on to this platform that's really feels so soft on the 946, which of course on our 945 over here, we do not have that. You do have a step starting here, more steps, no soft platform, another step all the way up to the top of the excavator. And now for the tracks on both of these excavators, so on the 946, you're going to get them in black, and they're going to be around, let's say around 5 centimeters in thickness. So you can actually get them in silver too if you wish, but on the 945 as well, you can get them in black or silver. And they're around 4.3 centimeters wide. So on the 945, they're going to be not as wide as the 946, but just a couple 0 point something centimeters. And now for more on the tracks of the 946, you can see that it has this part here that actually covers the front idlers. You can see the final drive in the back over here. We do have the little stairs, I guess. I'm not really sure what these guys are used for over here, but these are going to be in silver. Now on the 945, these have been painted in black, the same steps. You can see the front idler And of course, you can see the whole part of the final drive and the sprockets. And now let's take a look at our controllers over here. So the Radiolink 89S Pro is going to come with our MTM 946 excavator. Most MTM anything come with the Radiolink controllers. But for our 945, we'll be using the Paladin PL18 EV Lite radio. So you can actually choose whichever controller you want to use for these excavators, but this cannot work with the 945. We do not recommend that, but this, you can actually switch out the receivers to use on the 946. Now, for battery connection, obviously for the 946, it's in the back over here. And of course, it's going to be an XT60 connector. And for the 945, it's going to be on the top over here with, of course, another XT60 connector. And now let's try to turn on both of our excavators. So first of all, the 946, the power switch over here, once you push it, all the lights turn on as we do not have a light system, and of course the screen on the inside as well. And then for the 945 over here, you actually have to go into the cabin, push this up, and of course we do have a working LCD screen with the LESU logo first and then everything else that you need to know. And now for the lights, of course we do not have a light system. Immediately you turn this on, all the lights are on, you turn it off, all the lights are off. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let me guess, 8, 9 on the top over here, and another little one, 10 in the back. So we have around 10 LEDs on our 946 over here. And now for the lights on the 945, we do have a light system, so we can control the lights. So we're going to get on the first flip, we have our headlights on the top over here. On the second one, the lights over here in the back. And on our third one, 2 more lights over here, as well as on our arm over here. So in total on this one, you're going to get around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And of course, the GPSs have this little line that have tiny little lights. So maybe around 11 lights in total on this one. And now let's check out the operation of these two excavators, starting with the MTM 946. Now for the drive, let's do a little reverse. So it is a little bit fast and there's a lot of noise to it, even without a sound system. Now for the LESU 945 over here, let's try her out. So it's much more slower, much simpler actually. And it just runs smoothly actually. Just listen to that. So it all comes down to what you prefer between these two. Now let's check out the rotation. I hope I do not destroy anything, guys. So let's see. That's going to be this way. So that's pretty quiet with the brushless motor that we have on this one for the 946. For the 945 over here, there is a bit of a noise when it comes to rotating the motor for the rotation. So also, you guys, which one do you like better? Now for the hydraulic functions of this one, we do not have mixed control on this remote controller. So you always have to turn on your hydraulic pump to get anything running. So once it's off, I'm gonna try, nothing, it just falls. So turn on your pump. The pump for it is actually quite quiet actually for the 946, so I'm not complaining about that at all. And then for the 945, we do have mixed control, which is your switch right over here. So when it's not on, nothing works. But once we flip it, no need to turn on the pump. I didn't turn on the pump. You just go right up. Mixed control, the pump turns itself on whenever you're using it. Pretty easy. I think that is actually just a quiet pump too. It has this nice thick sound. Now, what I noticed about these two excavators when it comes to controlling the hydraulics is The controller, to be honest, guys, I prefer the PLEV Lite controller. So if you ever get a chance to upgrade the controller on your 946, do it. Just do it, because I feel like operating with this one is, you know, it's cheaper. It comes with the excavator, but the PL18EV, unbeatable. Now let's check out the length from ground clearance all the way to the tallest place the excavator arm can actually reach. So that's going to be for the 946, maybe around 99 centimeters almost. So that's pretty high, maybe 98 centimeters. And then for the 945 fully extended from ground clearance, we're going to be at around 84, 85 centimeters. All right, guys, now I'm so tired, but I promised I'll tell you guys the weight. So first things first, the LESU 945. Oh my God. Oh God, I should start going to the gym, but the weight of the LESU 945 is going to be 18.68 kilograms. And now for the MTM 946, I'm even scared of lifting this one up because it already feels much, oh my God, heavier than the 945, and we are at 22.1 kilograms, of course, with the battery in both the models. So the LESU is much lighter than the MTM 946. All right, everyone. Now that was our LESU 945 hydraulic 3-arm excavator with our MTM 946 hydraulic 3-arm excavator. So these are definitely different models just in the numbers themselves. So it's not the same model, but I just wanted you guys to see the differences between whichever one that you would like to get or you already have, and you just want to see what it looks like next to something else. So I hope you guys absolutely love this video, and let me know which one do you have or which one do you want to get. Of course, you have to contact me and I will get you the best price for whatever you need, and if so, any parts or anything, you can let me know. So I'll say goodbye to you guys and see you in the next video. I'm Lulu Tracy, the overseas chick, and bye.